Welcome gamers to the demo version of Solium Infernum. This is a game that came out about 15 years ago, the original game. It's been completely remade, and it's really true to the feeling of the original. It does make some other little changes along the way. I can't fault it, to be honest. I love what I'm seeing here. This is definitely probably my most anticipated game now for the rest of 2023. I think it comes out towards the end of the year. Really looking forward to this one coming out. It's an incredible effort that's been put into creating this particular game. So let's just get into it. We'll just go and play a skirmish, and then I'll try to explain how things work. There's a lot of complexity in this. I won't be able to really explain exactly what I'm doing. I think I'll just play and try to explain what my thought process is, because if I sit down and try to go through how to play the game, I'm going to be here for an hour, basically, I think, just going through all the different nuances. There's a lot of complexity in it. Astaroth is one of the simplest ones to play because he's Conqueror style. He's all about fighting, so we'll just move units around and sort of do the damage. There's also the different other approaches with the different characters. This one's more of a sorcerer. This one's here is more of a duelist. This one here is a manipulator, etc., etc. Like, there's a lot to do in the game. Different sorts of avenues to victory as well. It's I don't want to say it's overly complex, because it's sort of all of the different mechanics themselves are fairly easy. It's just that you've got such choice when you're playing the game, particularly with diplomacy and different other things. You can then sort of go and do different things. Let's just start the game playing as Astaroth. I think we chose Astaroth there in the end. This is Pandemonium, the capital of hell. So this is the sort of like where the Demon Lord sits, but the Demon Lord is gone. So it's so the Dark Majesty has vanished, and so now it's the Archfiends, and they're vying for power. Just go continue. Now we're way over here. This is our particular stronghold. I'm just going to have a quick look for targets initially. Now we've got 3 or 4 targets which are actually very close. This is our stronghold. These red areas are the conclaves. Sorry, not the conclaves. I forgot what they're called. Anyway, the hexagons in the game. We've got these. Now we've got the altar. Now one thing I'm going to have a quick look at is my units have got 3 ranged, 9 melee, and then 0 infernal. This is how they attack. The first round is all just ranged, the second is just melee, and then the third is infernal. Now we've got 0 infernal, meaning we have to defeat whatever we can in the first 2 rounds, and if we have a look, we've only got 6 hit points. So if anything can then do more than this is how the combat has worked out. Very simple. As I said before, it's quite a simple sort of aspect. This one here has got 0 ranged and 8 melee, but then 7 of the infernal. So if we can't defeat the 12 hit points here in the first 2 phases, we then lose like everything in the last phase. So I don't want that one. We've got the Mines of Gehenna backing through this other side. This one is 1, 8, 12, a similar sort of problem. The Theatre of Sloth. Now this one here is only 6 and 2. Now we lose 3 there. We do actually do the 9 damage there, but then we lose another 2 there. So we lose 5 in total. So we would actually have 1 hit point left at the end of it, but we would then destroy it by a factor of 9 in the middle here. So the next phase would then have to sort of get everyone leveled up to then be able to sort of take it back on again. So in this case, we've got a problem with the ranged attack. This one here, the Tower of Pride, is, if we go and have a look at this one through here, this is actually an easy one for us. Only 1 range, we defeat that. 4 melee, we defeat that as well. And then we've got the 0 infernal, so we can sort of work our way through to kill this one off straight away without changing anything with our actual group. So let's go and grab this. I don't think there's anything else that we can actually reach. Back over here. Taking on Pandemonium is very difficult. 13, 17, 19, extremely difficult. But if we could take it, we basically then claim the throne that way. Let's just go back across, and we'll just now with ours. We're just going to march. So we just marched. We've got 2 turns that ours can move. This is the movement. Now I'm going to. That one is possibly going to come down this other side. That one could also then reach into there. Which way are they likely to go? I don't know which way they're likely to go, to be honest. That's Lilith. We'll just move that way. We can only move the 2 with that particular legion. Now we've only got 2 phases that we can actually then go and, or two orders that we can give per turn. And so we've also got some things we have to act on. We've got a tribute offering. Tribute comes in the way of souls, Ichor, Hellfire, and Darkness. And we use these to buy diplomacy, units, praetors, all sorts of different things, which I'll have a look at in just a minute, but let's just go to the tributes. And so we then get to choose. Your next offering will be in 5 turns, and so your minions have brought you a meager offering of their own volition, no doubt to appease your wrath. And so you've got we've received 3 there, so that's actually fine. And then we've got another one through here. We've got another 3. Now these are all the souls, so we've got 8 souls in through there. So we've nothing else to be done there. Now we've got so many different things we have to plan for. We have to plan for doing this particular attack back in through here, but also we have to then think how we're going to strengthen up our legion over time. So we have to buy things for it. So we've got different things we can do up through here. We've got the Sanctum, your inner Sanctum, improve your powers, plot schemes, and increase your rank. So if we go into here, these are different things where I can start to create a plot against somebody to give me benefit down the track. We have this Profane Disruptions, where we can actually, cost of rituals for all Archfiends is increased for 3 to 6 turns, and as the ether grows restless. And so these are events that we actually do end up picking up. So we've actually picked that one up. We have powers in through here as well, where we can start to try to improve these. These will then give us different advantages, like Wrath is more about combat. So we have different sorts of healing rates go up as we sort of go up through these different areas. Again, nothing much we can do to buy these just yet. And then we've got our own rank. Now our rank is, we're just a Baron at this stage, and we can purchase rank. Spend 30 prestige to increase your infernal rank from Baron to Marquis. And so improving your rank will increase the number of tokens received from Seek and Demand tribute actions. So nothing much we can do in there just yet. Let's just go back out. So that's the first one, which is more about our inner sanctum. The next thing across is diplomacy, where we can then go and talk with the others. From here we get to see what the actual prestige is, and prestige really is the name of the game. We're trying to get as much prestige as possible, and so we can conduct diplomacy with different people. Generally it's going to be negative diplomacy, but you can do all sorts of different things. Like if we go into, for example, Lilith is right next to us, and so we can conduct diplomacy through there. We can make demands, we can insult, we can make declarations, or we can propose different sorts of things. So we have different other aspects of creating like a more intricate sort of diplomatic stance. Now Astaroth is not great at doing that, so I'm not going to worry too much about doing that one through there. She's also just a Baroness controlled by the AI. She's going to have different sorts of abilities back into here as well that we sort of don't really know about. We've got unknowns that we're sort of not really sure about what she's got. One thing we can sort of see as we come back out from here is that Lilith's forces over through here, if we have a look at these are the disciples. They beat us in ranged, but then they lose completely if we get our hands on them. So we would actually be able to destroy their disciples in one turn before they can then use their infernal. So our guys are stronger than theirs. And what about this one over here? This one here, we defeat them as well before they get to come through to us as well. So both of those are weaker in terms of combat than what ours are because of the phasing. You'll see this as we sort of get into it. I'm not allowed to attack them straight away, but I'm just going to be trying to surround this if I can, just so I can get hold of it. All right, so we've used up the first phase is marching. The second phase, I'm just going to do, like really the most simple thing is just to seek tribute, to try to get more of these. Now, I didn't show you how this one worked. The next one across is the Bazaar. I'm going to be spending a lot of time in here. And so this is where we can then go and buy legions. So different legions will cost different amounts. And so this one costs like 4 Ichor, 5 Hellfire, which I can't afford any of these at this point in time. They have different abilities as well, which we'll have a look and see how these work. These are all random as well. They're played. Everything's different every time you play the game. Praetors, we may be able to sort of start to aim for one of these. Now we can't afford any of these. The Ichor is just way too much. Boon is a good one for us. We get melee +3. We get even more melee. So these actually add to your abilities. This one here, it's going to. So if I can get to 7, if If I get to 7 Ica, that would be ideal for me. So I think we'll actually just go across. I mean, the range would be good as well. Any of these would be good if we could afford them. This one would be great to get the range 2, melee 3. Yeah, so there's a few different things there. Let's just get back out of there. And we've got artifacts as well that we could try to sort of get. Again, we don't have anywhere near the number of tribute items that we actually have. So I'm just going to go and demand tribute. So that's our second one. That's our turn. Now we go first at this point in time. We're sort of, I forget what it's called. I think we're the leader of the conclave or something. And it then just passes itself along each turn. Please go the other way. Good. That's good. We don't have to worry about that one. They're just trying to gobble up space. So everyone's just now sort of moving their way through. And just claiming these hexes. Some of them will try to surround Pandemonium, even though they can't really take it, so I'm not going to worry about them doing that. Now these are just beasts that wander around. Nothing much really happens with that one. So everyone's gone up with 1 prestige at this point in time. Yeah, so we're the conclave favourite at the moment. If we start to lose prestige or do other things that they don't like, then we're going to ultimately lose that. The regent has now passed on to Lilith for this next turn, so she'll now be the first person to move and we'll be the last person, so it'll just go in that order. So with what we have through here, the Tower of Pride has now got 1, 4, it's got 13. Now I can do 9. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do it in 1 turn. They can't get there in 1 turn. My best bet is to cut off these. Now we do actually have a tribute that came back through, so we actually got we've got 2 that we have to select. Now we've got 2 Ica through there. I'm just going to grab that one. This one here is a choice of either Ica or Darkness. I've got a bit of a choice with this one, so it's better than just getting 1 Ica. This is a bit of a combination. So I'm just going to go and grab that one through there. So we've got the 2 selected, and just close that one. So we're now up to 5 Ica. Can we get one of those other units? Let's just go back to the Bazaar. Have a look at the Praetors again. No, 7. 7 is the minimum that we had to get, so we don't have enough just yet. So I'm going to march, but that one, none of these can really break in easily against this particular. Actually, I guess they can. If I start combat, they will. I'm better off if they march to. If I attack and then they march, the next. Well, they'll actually march. I attack. The next turn, he then becomes the regent, which means he gets to go first. And then he'll attack and take it, and then I won't be able to grab it. So I'm just going to go and march around and block him off. She will now always be behind me in the order. So I'm just going to go into march for the first order, and block him off from that particular location. If she comes down, I don't know if she'll attack straight away. If she does attack because she's going behind us, that could be a problem. Anyway, let's just tribute. We can just sort of see what the actual tokens are that we actually have that we've just picked up. By the way, I'll just sort of just leave them down there. That's sort of like your main money sort of money that you actually have in the game itself. Now, Sloth was a bit too difficult for us, but we can ultimately get it as well. But we need to take these locations when we can. So really, just going to grab more tribute. There's nothing else we can really do at this early stage. Please don't move in. So Lilith moves first, and damn it, she is moving in. So she's moved into a location that I'm not really all that comfortable with. Now he's bypassed his turn both times. He hasn't moved, so he's actually doing other things. So he'll be doing sort of diplomacy or something like that, just sort of getting other advantage other than movement. Whereas the rest of us are trying to gobble up territory. This one's trying to surround Pandemonium City. Again, won't really matter that much. And then we move last because we weren't the regent this turn. Now the problem we have is what to do about that other group. So this one's now just got another beast that's now just sort of come out. So the next regent is now going to be Andromolius. Now Andromolius is going to have the first turn. We're then going to have the next turn, and then Lilith will turn after that. What I'm going to do is to, if she attacks with her legion has got 6 against 1, so there'll be 5 points of damage done, and then by the time this will then will do 4 damage back to her, so she'll then drop down to 3 points. She's got more hit points than what we've got, and then the next one she'll have 9 points coming in, and at that stage, yeah, at that stage it's going to be a little bit more tricky, because that will then be, we can't get it in one turn. It's going to take 2 attacks, and it may be that if she attacks first, then we can then take it the next turn. I think we wait. So what we'll do is, instead of attacking, because she can't take it in one go, she can certainly weaken it. We can't take it in one go either, because of the 13 hit points. We've got one more that we need to get. That's all we need to do, is just somehow just get one more hit point of, but actually no, we won't, because it comes off the others. So we only do 2 in the ranged phase, and we do 5. So it would take us two rounds to get this one. She's going to do 5. Actually, she can almost take it. 9. She can actually take it. Well, I mean, I won't be able to attack if she does, so she can actually grab that in one turn. This one here. Again, I don't want to take that without that one. It's sort of, we're now in a bit of a stalemate with these different units. Let's just go, and I'm just going to sit back and just grab some tribute. So I'll just grab 2 lots of tribute, I think. I still can't buy anything. Oh, hang on, we've got tribute in here. 3, actually we can. If we go and select this one, that gives me more than enough. And then we've got the Hellfire. I'll just grab a bit of Hellfire there as well. So that's now got me, so I've now got 8. I can now go back into the bazaar and make a bid on Boon. So I can do 4/7. I can also do this one here with +1 range, +2 infernal. But I prefer to just have the melee. And so this one comes in with feudal lunge, so counts double if the opponent uses a crowns technique. I don't know what that is. Counts double if the opponent uses an orbs technique, and then also counts double if the opponent uses a crowns technique and through their splintering parry. I'm not sure how these actually do work. So anyway, that's the different abilities that they actually then have. Really can't get anything other than just these 2, but I like the idea of boosting our melee right up. So we'll just go and put a bid on here. So the maximum bid is 4/7. Sorry, minimum bid is 4/7. Just place the bid. Now I can just auto select, and it will then just choose them for me. And so by doing that, it's now just gone and filled in what we needed to pay. So 4 and then 7. That sounds good to me. So we'll pay that. And that's our turn again. And if we get that, then we're going to be able to then do a lot more damage with our unit. Now it'll be interesting to see. They probably will take the Tower of Pride. They're coming back the other way now. Yes, they've attacked it. So the first phase will then go in. As you can see there, they've got 5 damage done. It's down to 8. They do 4 back, so they're down to 3 now. And then they actually hit with 9 and take it. So they actually did unfortunately take the tower with their attack. And so that now belongs to Lilith. Or does it? Maybe it doesn't. She's down to 0. Now they've become, yes they did actually, I'm pretty sure, they've become the Conclave favourite with that. And the Regent has now gone to Murmur. Just go continue. Alright, so we have Tribute. Here we go. So, of Conquest Past, thanks to an old petition found beneath a pile of human bones in the committee chambers of the Infernal Conclave, Andromalius's Legion has been promoted 2 levels. They march with a newfound arrogance. That's not good. So that's what he's probably been working on without actually moving anything off. So his legions will now be a lot stronger. Yeah, so they've now claimed the Tower of Pride. So for us to get that, we then have to do other things, which makes it difficult. So we've got Tribute. We've got 2. I'll just grab those 2 there. Now, battle report, legions did clash, so they actually defeated the Tower of Pride. Unfortunately, I couldn't have got it in one turn. Auction has been won. We did actually win Boone. So we now have won the auction for the Praetor known as Boone. We're going to now transfer him back across into our group. Of Conquest Past, this is the the old petition. That's what somebody else played. I think that was what he played. And then a new favourite in the Conclave has now passed to Lilith because she's now got the highest prestige of anyone, and she's going to be getting a bit of prestige every turn, +1 prestige coming from here every single turn. Now I can't just go in and attack this. I have to have a reason to attack, and so we'll have a look at that as well right now. So we'll just go across. Can I take this? Actually, well, the first thing I want to do is I want to come back in and I want to actually go to add to the Legion. We're going to transfer the Praetor Boone. So Boone has been placed in there in our first phase. So he's going to be in there now, adding in another +3. So it's going to go up to 12. This one's got 13. It's 6, 0, and 2. Which means that we do lose a little bit. If we hover here, he'll then just go and take it. So I still don't have enough power to actually do what I need to do with this either. So I think I'm going to start to now work on creating some sort of vendetta against Lilith, so we can take the Tower of Pride. We'll make that our sort of goal with what we're doing. Actually, we didn't look at the ritual chambers as well. Now we do have Undying Vigor. So this is immediately restores 3 of the target's hit points. So we've got that one through there. We've got Enfeeble, where basically this is things we can then go and play as well. Reduces the value of 1 of the target's attributes by destruction level. So we could do that one. Yeah, you must be in a vendetta with your enemy, or must activate Ritual Masking and Elocution. So these are different things we can actually play from this particular zone as well. So gain 3 prestige when one opponent targets another with a diplomatic action. This ritual is ongoing and the cost must be paid every turn. It's going to cost me a little bit of tribute every time I do it. So I don't really want to be doing these. None of those are really all that good for me. But you can see how intricate, how simple it is, but how intricate it becomes. It's very, very cool the way it does work. Yeah, geez, what are we going to do here? I would like to get more tribute, but I don't need more tribute. So we've got legions. Yeah, this is praetors, place of power. We can get like lists of all the different things that are controlled, etc. So we've only got our stronghold at this point in time. Let's not worry about that one. There's certainly a lot of helpers and things in the game. Domain. So this just goes through what we've actually then got. Just gives us a bit of a rundown as to how things are sort of then working. So we're the first one with a praetor, I think. We're going to have to start to make use of that. Let's just get rid of that and go back into diplomacy. So Lilith is the one that we want to start to conduct diplomacy with, and we're going to make a demand. So demand resources from your opponent lest they face your wrath. For every clenched fist there is an open mouth that speaks, so we can demand or extort. We can insult, so discredit, denigrate or deride your opponent for prestige, though they may choose to fight back. A barbed jibe now, a clash of blades later. And so this is all about the prestige levels, so she's going to get more prestige than anybody else at the moment. We've got declare a contender too weak to live. Put this disgrace out of everyone's misery, so we can't really do that one. That would be too difficult. And then propose. So I'm going to make a demand of her. I can't extort. This action is locked. You don't have access to this diplomatic action. This is the rank that we just don't actually have. We've only got really Wrath. And so I'm going to do I'm going to demand tribute from Lilith. You can declare vendetta if they reject your demand. So we're going to make this a high demand. We're going to make the demand 3 tributes. In fact, that's all we can actually... Sorry, we've got 3 tribute. It's not much. We only got a wager of 8. Just check and see that again. Demand. I can't change anything. I'll just... I thought I could do more than this. Yeah, I can't do anything else. I don't have enough other aspects of different things in through here to do more. Okay, we'll accept that demand. So she's going to have to pay us 3 tribute. We've now bet a whole lot of prestige that we're going to be able to that she won't accept, essentially. So if she does accept. So if she does accept, I think we get our prestige back. She loses prestige, and we then get tribute. If she doesn't accept, I think we still get our. Actually, I don't know if we get our prestige back, but we then get to then act on that diplomacy. It's a little bit complex. Let's just go in and end our turn. So these will now all sort of move through. So Boone has now joined the Legion. You don't get any extra points for having other regions in through here. Now, is she going to accept or not? Our units will be able to take them on without too much trouble now. So she's now clearly the favourite. We're coming last in the prestige. So Elizabeth is now going to be the new regent. Okay, so assignments. Boone was attached to the blood of Astaroth. Demand delivered to Lilith. So your demand against Lilith has been presented to the Conclave. Lilith will deliver a response next turn. So you just have to wait. Tribute was offered. So your minions just brought us these. We received 3 Ica and 1 Soul. So this is still rising up. And then an auction concluded. The artifact Broken Oath Sword has been purchased from the bazaar by an unknown Archfiend. So we don't know who actually did take that one. Now, sometimes you can play where you've actually, you can see a lot more of what's going on. Now, our group here now has 3, 12, 0. This one here has got 13. Now, can we take it? No, we can't. We can't take it in one turn. That's the problem. We end up, it would actually do too much damage to us to then sort of go and claim this one. So, there's nothing much else we can do there at this point in time. So I'm now just going to wait for Lilith's response, and we'll just get ourselves a couple of tributes, I think. Let's get 2 tributes. Oh, now they're attacking. Now remember they went up a couple of levels. Now they took -5. Now they're attacking with 7, so they've lost 7. This could be good for us. They've got 10 Infernal. Okay, so they've been able to claim that one. Unfortunately. So we're not doing too well here with trying to sort of dominate. So that's why we have to now start to use the diplomacy. Alright, Belial's turn, then we come straight away after that. So now, this is interesting. Lilith is down to 2, and so Astromalius is now 27, a little bit ahead of everyone else after that last fight. So what happened here? Enemy ranks increased, so Lilith's power has now grown. She's paid to become a Marquis of Hell, so she's now gone up to an extra level. The adversaries bicker, so your fellow Archfiends continue to bicker amongst each other before the Conclave. So he's hurled an insult at Lilith, and Murmur has also heard an insult at Lilith. New favourite is now going to be Astromalius, the Fallen Angel, Tribute. We need to select 2 of these. each of those. This one here. Grab that one. And I'll get more Ica. Alright. That's good. Battle report. So they actually went through there. They just defeated the Theatre of Sloth. They did very, very well with their infernal attack. Diplomatic response. Here we go. What has she said? So Lilith has conceded to your demand before the conclave. The prestige spent to initiate demand has been returned to your pool. You may not make another demand for 3 turns, unfortunately. Damn it. Okay, well that's a problem. Because I need to have these vendettas. So we've got our prestige back, and we did pick up a bit more in through here. I'm going to have to now put pressure over here. So let's go over to this side. I won't worry about that one. I'll just go back up to diplomacy. So Astromalius will conduct diplomacy with you, and we're going to demand from you 3 tribute as well. Otherwise, we'll act accordingly. So we're throwing our weight around, and we can start to now sort of see we've got a demand pending back over this way. We've got insult has been made up towards Lilith. So these have both insulted Lilith back up through here. She's now a marquee, so she's now at a higher level than everybody else, but her prestige is lower. So we'll just get out of there. We've only got 17 at this stage because we've made this new demand. We'll just get more tribute. Okay. Alright, so we've got adversaries bicker. Belial has hurled an insult at Estrabeth. We're now the regent for the next turn, means that we go first. It's important to know the order. Auction concluded, so they've bought the Praetor Valfar has been purchased. Conclave proclamation. A vote is upcoming in the Infernal Conclave and will be voted publicly in 3 turns. Attacks on might. So Archfiends each lose 3 random tribute tokens per legion that they have hired, or tax or land tax. Archfiends lose 3 random tribute tokens per captured place of power. At the moment we're behind, so that's actually something that's good. Demand delivered to Andromalius. We get a response next turn. And tribute, we got 3. I'll take the 3. Now we've got Ica. I'll just grab more Ica back in through there again. Now we've got 14776. I don't think we can sort of get much from in here. Sorry, that's the diplomacy. It's the bazaar that we want. And so in this case, we've got legions. Now some of these will have upkeep. Just always be careful that you're not actually grabbing something like the beast, for example. Probably end up having like a fair bit of upkeep. We can't do this in any way, but I thought that there was actually an upkeep to this one here. Teleport range, yeah. It would be great to have it. Great to have it, but we can't get it. It's funny, I was sure. There we go, upkeep there. It's going to take 4 souls per turn. Otherwise, you then just lose it. So be very, very careful of those. Chains of Torment was very, very weak. This would only be really for claiming tiles on the map. This one here has also got upkeep. Actually, that is the beast. It's the same one we just had a look at. This one, this is just the cursed company. It's not bad there. 5, 8. We don't have enough. This one here has got 5, 4. Only's faithful. We could have it sort of come in behind the other one if we had to. 3, 4, 4. Can certainly afford it. What about other praetors or even artifacts? So this is 6 and 7. We could do that one. The Rod of Harrier specs. We get Infernal +4 and an Infernal Wound. Prestige goes up with +1. This one here is no teleportation. This is a Devil's Organ. Range +4. +2 range damage dealt. That's 8, 9. I don't have enough for that one. Don't have enough for that one. Don't have enough for that one. So I think I'll leave those manuscripts. These also then sort of, you start to collect these. So you need to sort of start to collect these up to then get different things. I won't worry too much about what these actually are. Again, these are sort of random each time you play. I'm just going to wait until we maybe can get a better legion. So let's just go back out. And really, while we're just waiting, we'll just go and get more tribute. And that'll do us. We haven't done much. We've only turned 7. Okay, so Lilith's now going to be the next one to move first. So adversaries bicker. Lilith brought a demand against Belial. Oxygen. So the Praetor Furfa has been purchased from a bazaar by an unknown Archfiend. Tribute. Grab those. And we'll grab those. There we go. Got a fair bit in there now. Demand rejected. Damn it. They're not doing anything. Oh, here we go. No, when they reject, this is exactly what we want. So we've got, so Andromalius has concluded has refused to concede to your demand before the conclave. You've lost the prestige spent to make the demand, so that's now gone, but now have grounds to claim a vendetta in response. Select the objective and duration of your vendetta below. These details are not shared with your opponent. The prestige wager will be deducted immediately, but you will gain it back plus the prestige reward should you successfully complete the vendetta. So we have 3 different things we can do. Declare vendetta. I didn't realise this is a Praetor duel. I don't know what this one actually does do. So, under the boundless auspices of the Infernal Conclave, this declaration compels Andromalius to submit a Praetor to personal combat in the arena. So, you must appoint a Praetor and set a wager for the duel. Now, I don't want to do that because I wanted to declare vendetta so I can claim territory. So, I'm going to go and declare the vendetta. So we're now going to set the terms. May the conclave be sated with blood spilt forthward. So this is where the conclave then makes a decision about what we then go and do. So under the boundless auspices of the Infernal Conclave, this declaration hereby outlines the conditions Astaroth's vendetta against Andromalius. So we'll set the terms. Now we want to capture a place of power. So take an amount of places of power, we want that one through there. So we're going to, now the wager is, the wager is 6, reward is 4, victory total is 10. We can only claim 1 place of power and 3 turn limits. If I reduce this one down, I then can actually get more reward. So I'm just going to make it 2 just for safety. Prestige to wager. I can then sort of get more reward this way as well. So let's just go and wager as much as we can. So that will be good. We'll set the terms. And so that's now, we now confirm that, and so then that goes. That is now we're now going to have the ability to then go and reclaim this. Now this one here is still weak. He may run away because ours is so strong. We should be able to claim this as well because this is still actually repairing, so he won't be able to do too much against us. But he may have cards that will then improve what he actually then can go and do. Let's go back into the bazaar again. Now we have the Chains of Torment. 5. I can actually get this one here, the Accursed Company. 565 is not bad. I might put something on this one here. So the Accursed Company. This is 12,000 men standing in an open field. No sound exists. No rain falls. Blah 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 blah. So now what does that one do there? Oh, that's the, just get one back. Let's consolidate. We don't want to do that one. How do I go back out again? Press the X. That's to consolidate what we've got. I'm going to place a bid on this one. Oh, incorrect tribute. You don't have the correct combination. I thought we did. We've got to fill these different areas. Okay, this is good that it tells you. The original game used to not tell you this. We've got 9 there, but it's maybe looking at would have to use these. We'd probably end up filling things up. We could consolidate to start to sort of combine different different things to try to make the make what we need. So we need 3, 4, 8, and 5. If we consolidate these, so there's 4. And I can then sort of get extras in here as well. I'll get 4, 4. That'll do. In fact, do I want to even get some Ica as well? I've got 3 more slots I can place in there. I'll just do this. I can go and even add these in as well. So we're going to create like a master coin, basically. We'll make a 4, 4, 4. So we're using up one of our slots to consolidate, so that's going to be okay. So I can do that as well just by consolidation back over that other side, but we'll also demand tribute as well. Nothing else we can really do here. Actually, no, do we get to move off yet? Yeah, we've got that one already done. I think we have to wait a turn, I think. Anyway, we'll just seek tribute. End our turn. I think I've done this correctly. Now they don't know what we're trying to do here, so they don't know what the actual what the vendetta will be over. Gee, Lilith looks like she may have gone up another level. Lilith have been rewarded for their sins with a bountiful offering. I don't know what that will be. Now we've got vendetta claimed, so we now at war. So you can see it takes a little bit of time with the diplomacy to actually achieve what we have to achieve. So enemy rank increased, so they've now gone to become a marquee. The vendetta has been claimed. You claim your vendetta against Andromalius. You have wagered 10 prestige points that you will capture one place of power within 3 turns. I thought it was within 2 turns, but anyway. Adversaries bicker, so Belial has refused the demand of Lilith, who may now claim a vendetta in response. The Sinful Windfall is the card that was then played. Tribute. Just grab those. And then the auction concluded back into here. So the Praetor Eligos has been purchased from the bazaar by somebody else. Now this one's down to 5, and if we have a bit of a look at it, it's got 6 and 2 there in through there as well. Only 5 hit points, so we should be able to take this one. So I'm just going to go and grab this one and just march it in. Just have to sort of go beyond. I'll just march it to the other side. So we're going to be sort of marching through this. We probably won't end up going through it because of the attack. But this is how we're trying to then claim our vendetta. So that's the march, and then we'll just go and well, we can actually now, we've got a fair few of these things are now combined. So let's just go back up into the bazaar again, and we wanted to go with the accursed company, and we'll place the bid. And now we have this special one here. So I'm just going to go and auto select. And so it's now chosen what it requires. We'll just go and pay that one. So we've now placed the bid on this one here. We can place beyond, like more than what it's asking for, to then be able to go and get them. But that's hopefully no one else will do that. End the turn. So here we go. So when it's our turn, we're going to be doing the attack. Ooh. It's been destroyed by something. Some sort of magical card. Or it may not. It may just be that they couldn't afford some sort of upkeep that may have been attached to that particular combat. Here we go. Now we lose the first one. So we're down to 3. Then we claim this now. So they lose 7, and then that's the end of them. So we now claim that place of power and take it back off the fallen angel. And we won the other one as well. You can see we're not moving much in the actual game itself, but it's quite involved, quite intricate with what actually does happen here. Murmur is now going to be the first one to have a move. And battle report, so the legions clashed, so we defeated, our legions defeated the Theatre of Sloth, which will then give us even more prestige. So our prestige is now up to 49. Adversaries bicker. So Lilith has claimed the right of vendetta against Belial. We don't know what that vendetta will end up being. Auction has been won. We've got the Cursed Company now. So we've got 2 areas we can actually add to this one if we needed to. So again, we could sort of go in and have a look at this one a bit later on. The bizarre, so artifact Alien God in a Bottle has been purchased by an unknown Archfiend. New favourite. So this is now Astaroth. We're back to being favourite again. We must be now above everyone else in prestige. The vendetta was successful, so you satisfied the conditions of your vendetta against Andromalius and have been declared the victor by the Conclave. Your prestige wager has been returned, and you've been awarded 21 prestige reward for the successful vendetta. Vote on the edict. A tax on this one here. We've got the so tax on might. Once paid in appendices and extremities. Now I don't really I prefer these not to be done. So this conclave has called a vote on the issue. Select one option. So we're going to be we lose 3. So per legion that you've hired, and we just hired a legion and we just actually claimed that one. I should have waited and then done it properly. Archfiends each lose 3 random tribute tokens per captured place of power. Doesn't matter whichever one I do, to be honest. I'll just do that one. So we'll vote on that one. Voting power of only 1. So because we're only a baron, and tribute offering, we received this just from our minions. Now the next thing that we can then go and do, the vendetta is now over. We're back to it all being square and above board. So now he would then need to, like you can see there, we've got no diplomatic problems with anybody else at this stage. But Andromalius, back and through here, does actually have, he's being, like Lilith is actually causing all sorts of different vendettas and things, which is interesting. What we might do, because we've now got the prestige, let's just go back into our sanctum, and we can. Now this is the cost of rituals for archfiends has increased. We can play this one if we wanted to. We also can start a plot. The rank. I'm going to purchase a rank, 30 prestige. So we might as well become a marquee as well. So we've got that one now going back in there. The powers, I forget how we get these. Like if we go to this one here, actually it's going to cost us a little bit more just to get this one here. So Witness the Martyr, so sacrifice a friendly legion to give half of its combat attributes to a target ally. Exactly, so this is a ritual that we then get. A healing rate of +1, so they just heal a bit faster. Stratagem slots +1, not really all that valuable to us. This one in here prevents the target legion from moving for the rest of the turn. Yeah, that's okay, it's confusion. Don't worry about those either. These are fairly cheap. Deals 2 times destruction level damage to the target. 2 and 5. And we've got this one as well, Charisma. Your demands cost 5 less prestige. That would be good. That's 4, 1, 1, 1. 4, yep, we can do that. Let's take that one. Auto select. 4, 1, 1, 1. That works out well. I love this. The original game, you had to fiddle about with this yourself. So I'll pay that. And so we are sort of just improving our power at this particular level. Now he can't just come back and attack us. This is now, the Conclave is now approved what we did in that vendetta. The vendetta is now over. So they're going to be trying to take on one of these beasts. Now, it's only halfway through the demo, so you got up to 20 turns. But I think I might leave it here, guys, because I've shown a lot of the elements in this very, very short run-through. You can see we've played for nearly an hour now. You can see the intricacy of the actual game itself, and the way that there's so many different ways to achieve victory or to achieve different sorts of things. So you can see there that now Belial is now the Conclave favourite. Just go and click on this one through here. So, Power of Evil. So, like children, the Conclave is very impressed by tricks, pyrotechnics, and casual cruelty, and so will award triple prestige to all successful destruction rituals for 5 turns. And so these are other things. Now, if we have a destruction ritual, we're not heavy in that aspect. We're just more into combat. I love the illustration work in here. I forget the illustrator's name, but it's somebody who does a lot of illustration for different games. Beautiful work, really, really nice. It's just so rich. The wealth of tribute and outbreak of wickedness among mortals has brought a plentiful harvest, increasing the tribute quality of all archfiends by 2 for 3 turns. Auction concluded. Chains of Torment has been purchased by Lilith. Enemy rank increases. Petition. So now a marquee as well, same as us. Yeah, Astaroth, Marquis of Hell. So we're all sort of rising in power as we go through. Power has been upgraded as well. Your power grows. You've unlocked the Infernal Negotiations. You've unlocked the Manuscript Search. You've unlocked Combat Move, Play the Crowd. So we're getting different sorts of things. So our Charisma has now increased to 2. So we're sort of increasing our power levels as well. Like, what does that one show? I forget where that one actually does show. But the power levels are important. Emergency vote. So Abyssal Infestation candidate vote. So the Conclave has deemed a forced resettlement of a volatile Abyss Strider population across Hell. The successful candidate will have an infestation of Abyss Striders, which are those sort of weird creatures spawned within their territory. Well, I'm going to choose Lilith, just to have her have that thing wandering around. They don't really worry us because we're so powerful. New favourite. Now has so Belial is now unseated Astaroth, unseated us. Okay, so that's where we are at the moment. If we go back and have another look, prestige. Actually, where is it? If we just go back into the Inner Sanctum, so we're now a marquee. Not sure what that gives us, to be honest. I think it just gives us more prestige, and you can see we've now increased our charisma as well. Look, I think I will leave it here with what we're doing. I might just play one more turn. We'll just go and grab another tribute in through there, and we'll start to put more pressure back on Lilith. So Lilith would sort of be the one that we'd now be looking to cause issues with. Now she's already got one of these sort of Striders, the Abyss Striders, wandering through her territory. I want to get this Tower of Pride, so let's just go and use diplomacy. Actually, I won't continue on. We're sort of we're doing okay. We'll just make a demand. Demand 4 tribute this time. And I think we can demand more because we're now on the same level as she is in terms of power. Now she's got 3 prophecy. Okay. Anyway, you get the idea. It's a pretty amazing game for a game that you don't really move around much in. Like you can see there, Andromalius hasn't even moved his legion. We're doing fine over here as well. We moved it twice, I think, to sort of get to that position. And we've now got another legion back over here, but we've used up both areas. It's a nice, fast-paced but intricate game. Can't wait for this one to actually come and be launched. And I'm sure that we can then be able to then play it's usually a minimum of 3 in the original game, and then with a fair number that you can then sort of go and have. There was different other parameters with the map set up as well, but this is just the demo is sort of set us up. This is all we can actually really then go and do. So I'm not sure what they'll bring, But God, it is a good rendition of the actual game itself. Now they've gone up in hit points. Anyway, I will leave it here while it's all super intricate. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Oh, here we go. Oh. Now that got down to 2 hit points. I don't know what actually attacked that. They've brought another legion in. They've bid on the other legion. Anyway, I'll stop now. It's a really engaging game, and it plays so differently every single time you play it. Different opportunities, different threats. It's really, really cool the way it does actually then go and work. I'll catch you next time, and have a look out for this game. Wishlist it on Steam if you're interested. I really hope this game does well because it deserves to do well with the way that they've been able to bring this into light, basically, with and really be true to the original in so many different ways. Even though they've changed certain things, it feels very much like it plays like the original. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.